We are running out of time.
You died to be with him and his mother.
Servant is an American psychological horror streaming television series created and written by Tony Pascalip, as well as executive produced alongside M. Night Shyamalan. The series follows Dorothy and Sean Turner, a Philadelphia couple who hire a girl named Leanne to be the nanny for their baby son Jericho. Leanne's arrival brings about strange and frightening occurrences for the couple. With season 1 and 2 behind us, we are waiting for season 3 to start sometime. Since so many are looking forward to season 3, we decided to tell you what to expect of the next season. Enjoy the video. This is Servant Season 3, everything you need to know. But before we get into the video, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Servant, a wealthy Philadelphia couple, Dorothy, played by Lauren Ambrose, and Sean Turner, played by Toby Kebbell, experience a rupture in their marriage after the death of their 13th-week-old son, Jericho. The couple undergoes transitory object therapy using a lifelike reborn doll after Dorothy experiences a full psychotic break. The doll, which Dorothy believes is her real child, was the only thing that brought her out of a catatonic state following Jericho's death. 6 weeks after the death, they hire a young nanny, Leanne, played by Nell Tiger Free, to move in and take care of Jericho, the reborn doll, opening their home to a mysterious force. While Sean deals with this grief on his own, he becomes deeply suspicious of Leanne. The cast of Servant. There have not been any announcements regarding additions to the season 4 cast, but there most likely wouldn't be anyway. Shyamalan and creator Tony Pascalip have been planning for Servant to run for 4 seasons at 10 episodes each from the outset via Apple Magazine. Since Servant is planned out ahead of time, it's not necessarily the sort of show that brings in a new recurring cast member every season. The cast for the 3rd season includes Lauren Ambrose as Dorothy Turner, a local television news reporter recently bereaved but mentally ill mother and wife to Sean. Toby Kebbell as Sean Turner, a stay-at-home consulting chef, recently bereaved father and husband to a mentally unwell Dorothy. Nell Tiger Free as Leanne Grayson, a mysterious young nanny from Wisconsin hired by the Turners to look after Jericho. Rupert Grint as Julian Pierce, Dorothy's younger brother and Sean's brother-in-law. Mason and Julius Belford as baby Jericho. Philip James Brannon as Matthew Roscoe, Julian's private detective friend. Tony Rovori as Toby, Sean's commiss chef. Molly Griggs as Isabel Carrick, an up-and-coming reporter at 8 News where Dorothy works. Boris McGiver as Uncle George, Leanne's uncle. Jerica Hinton as Natalie Gorman, Dorothy's friend and therapist. Todd Waring as Frank Pierce, the father of Dorothy and Julian, and maternal grandfather of Jericho, who, besides his son and son-in-law, knows that his real infant grandchild had died months ago because of the carelessness of his daughter. Release date. The 1st season of Servant was filmed in Philadelphia from November 2018 to March 2019. Exterior scenes took place in Philadelphia's Center City, near Spruce and 21st Streets. A set for the interior of the Turner home was built in a former paint factory in Bethel Township, Delaware County, Pennsylvania. Did you know Italian chef Mark Vetri served as a food consultant for the cooking scenes in season 1. In March 2020, Apple TV Plus shut down production of season 2 due to the global health situation. In September 2020, production resumed to finish the 4 remaining episodes of season 2. Philadelphia chef Drew Titomo was the food consultant for season 2, spending many days making pizzas and teaching the cast to make the pizzas that served as the basis for Cheese's Crust, the fictional pizza delivery company that Sean and Dorothy created during the season. In February 2021, it was reported that production on season 3 had begun. In an interview with Backstage, Grint revealed that unlike many film and television productions, Servant is filmed chronologically, with the cast getting scripts as they film each episode, keeping them just as much a part of the mystery as the characters and viewers. Neither producer M. Night Shyamalan nor Apple have announced when season 3 of Servant will be available, but the production schedule of earlier seasons could give us some idea. Season 2 began filming in January 2020 via the Philadelphia Inquirer, wrapped in July according to M. Night Shyamalan on Twitter, and premiered in January 2021. That is about 6 months of filming and another 6 months of marketing and post before the premiere. You might have noticed that the majority of Servant Season 2's filming took place while the global health situation was rampant throughout the United States. That's because Servant was one of the few major Hollywood productions small enough to film safely during the worst of the situation, with just 4 main cast members and a single soundstage location. This should give us a clear idea of how long it will take to film Season 3, which will also have 10 half-hour episodes. On March 16, 2021, Shyamalan tweeted that he had just finished directing the first episode of Season 3. If it follows the same schedule, Season 3 should wrap in September 2021 and premiere 6 months later in March 2022. Season 3 plot. But before we delve into the upcoming third and fourth season of Servant, it's worth noting that this is a show that's designed to be bizarre and mysterious. Even the cast members themselves often don't know what's going on. Star Rupert Grint told Backstage that he and his fellow cast members receive their script one at a time. They know as much about the show overall as the audience does, so it's impossible to predict exactly what's going to happen. That being said, we know the show is halfway through its planned run. The first 2 seasons have been building up to a big showdown between the Turners and the secretive religious cult, with Leanne stuck somewhere in the middle. To review, for most of the first seasons, the show built up Leanne as a mysterious character with unexplained powers, refusing to indicate whether she meant to harm the Turners or to help them in her own twisted way. Leanne has given the Turners an ultra-realistic baby doll resembling Jericho and brought it to life. This seems to have drawn the attention of the folks from Leanne's past. In the season 2 finale, Uncle George and Aunt Josephine show up. They seem to be 2 members of the mysterious cult that Leanne belonged to, and they arrive to perform sadistic cleansing rituals to punish Leanne for straying from the fold. Leanne kills Aunt Josephine, but it's a temporary victory. She tells the Turners to expect more visits from twisted cult members in their future. What's up with this mysterious cult? What are Leanne's true intentions? And will the Turners' marriage survive the oncoming holy war? All will be revealed, hopefully. Critical response. The first season of Servant received generally positive reviews. On Rotten Tomatoes, it holds a certified fresh 83% approval rating with an average rating of 7.26 out of 10 based on 60 reviews. The site's critical consensus reads, though Servant slithering mystery often wanders into dark, crowded corners, its claustrophobic atmosphere and powerful performances build enough tension to keep viewers hooked. On Metacritic, it has a weighted average score of 64 out of 100 based on reviews from 20 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. On Rotten Tomatoes, the second season holds a certified fresh 88% approval rating with an average rating of 7.7 out of 10 based on 24 reviews. The site's critical consensus reads, Servant's second season serves up as a solid, if not always convincing, set of thrills with a better grasp on its dark humor. On Metacritic, it has a weighted average score of 77 out of 100 based on 8 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. Author Stephen King has praised the series on multiple occasions, calling it spooky as hell, extremely creepy, and totally involving. Filmmaker Guillermo del Toro has called it a beautifully crafted, elegant show which feels like a European slow burn. He also praised the surgical staging and camera work in the episode directed by M. Night Shyamalan, as well as Rupert Grint's performance. Lawsuit. In January 2020, Francesca Gregorini filed a lawsuit against Servant producers, including Tony Bascalop and M. Night Shyamalan, the production companies involved, and Apple TV Plus, alleging copyright infringement for her 2013 drama film, The Truth About Emmanuel. The Truth About Emmanuel is a psychological thriller in which a woman uses a lifelike doll to cope with the loss of her infant, hiring a young girl as a nanny to take care of it. Bascalop and Shyamalan responded that neither had seen her film and that any similarity is coincidence. They go further in saying that Servant was in development before the creation of Gregorini's film. On May 28, 2020, a federal judge threw out the copyright lawsuit against Shyamalan and Apple, ruling that the TV show is not similar enough to the film to merit a lawsuit. Gregorini responded that the ruling is disappointing but not surprising, and that the balance of power in the entertainment industry has always favored powerful men and institutions. After the suit was thrown out, the court ordered Gregorini to pay the defendants attorney's fees of $162,467. The court emphasized the objective unreasonableness of her claims. That is all for today. Are you looking forward to the next season of Servant? Feel free to leave a comment. Thank you for watching. We would like to see you back here again soon. Until then, take care.